Oh, yeah, right. This is just for us.
Oh, well. Shit.
Shit. Okay.
Let's start for the bathroom.
Wait. It's right here.
Oh.
Meeting.
Fuck Facebook.
Oh, yeah, fuck Facebook.
It has ruined our society.
No.
Do something with that domain.
What is it?
What?
What is it? Man?
Emo.life. I don't know. It's still like this one. It was like $2. It renews at like 20.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a .dev domain.
Damn.
Okay. Welcome to the first Hedron Vision meeting where we discuss what everyone thinks Hedron can, should, would, maybe be, and it doesn't have to be realistic at all. It could be space dreams. Also, majority has to leave in half an hour for another meeting, so that's all we're just gonna be here for a half hour.
We need to do some real hacking.
Real
I'm
hacking.
joking. That's not.
All right, Dylan, rolling it off early.
Oh wait, I can type it while you talk.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like do some real hacking shit. Like I don't know.
Set up a hacker
That's
group.
originally that's why I came here originally, but I've
You
kind
thought it
of
was a hacker group?
yeah, kind of, but like I've obviously that's changed. But I don't know.
Why not?
We have to keep going.
I don't know. Have like a full-fledged music studio. That'd be nice. Like own a music studio that everybody needs. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
quiet room.
Yeah.
Sound recording.
Yeah.
We need more money. That's what we need.
You gotta have a vision first.
What is that?
Gotta have a vision first.
Nah, fuck that. Just money. We need to get
Because then you
sponsored by a
spend it
large.
on random
No,
crap.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. If you don't have a vision, you don't have like a vector.
We need to get sponsored by a large drug dealer. Get a ton of
Yeah.
money. Yeah, we need to get sponsored by El Chapo.
We're about to just get rich on crypto pretty
Are we?
soon. here,
Yeah.
So
With those slow ass hard drugs.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like only over a terabyte now. I think.
Really?
Yeah, being used.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then we invested between a few of us invested a bunch in the
$2,000.
the currency that it is based on, and so it's at like cents per coin right now.
To the moon.
15
And so-
cents.
So it could shoot to the moon, like because it's so low right now.
Should just like bet on GameStop.
Well, no, it's too late for that.
Yeah.
Dogecoin maybe.
No, it's too late for that. It's come
Damn,
down.
man. AMC still too late.
If you've heard about it, it's too late.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
true. Once you hear about it, you gotta get rid of it.
I think it'd be really cool if I could do, want to do blast stuff here. That was when we're interested in the space, everything I'm supposed to say about it, because like actually it's some credit studio. I'm like, no.
Yeah. There were some cool glass things that I've always wanted to make. There's this one guy that makes what the hell is that thing called? But it's like a vase that goes inside itself and out in the wall.
Mm.
And it's like a 4-dimensional object. It's really cool.
Wait, how good is it 4-dimensional?
A Klein vase, is that what it's called? Or
A what vase?
Klein bottle?
Yeah,
It has
yeah.
a single face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
If you can't drink from it, you're too drunk. Because you have to like turn it upside down in order to get some.
Yeah, the glass. If you are experienced at all in glass work already, then you can talk to Alex
I'm
about.
not them.
Yeah.
It's just the thing that I got to say about learning from it, right? All the machines intimidate me, like that's not how I do art. So like I typically sit there where you have art here that runs on space around machinery.
Mhm.
And then you gotta put some machines.
You need to 3D print some balls. Not joking.
My sister wants to do tools.
Yeah, jewelry.
That's a big market.
Yeah, we've got a few jewelry projects, like the injection molding is a jewelry thing. And then Yeah, I want more tools for making our machines and
To
stuff.
get that thermal camera.
That'd be awesome. I want that. Yeah, there's some and just like seeing heat, like where the heat is seeping in rooms. That's
Oh, yeah.
awesome too. Yeah.
Hell, we could probably rent it out as a service. Go to someone's house and be like, yeah, it's leaking air here. You know.
I don't know. We need to figure out some way to profit from stuff we do here. I mean, it's kind of like,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, we do like a lot of shit that could be profited from,
Take
but we
the
just
server.
don't care. Like, I mean, think about the fact that like Jesse and I are like right now like building a computer. Like, imagine if we like market ourselves to be able to build computers for people. I mean,
Or teach people how to do
yeah,
it
exactly.
themselves.
That's pretty fucking
For
profitable.
somebody that's never done it.
Yeah, like I see if I go on like Craigslist or some shit and I look for computers, like some of the first shit that pops up is people that will build a computer for you.
Yeah.
And it's pretty expensive, so
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that or like
How much area were you getting? More area?
So it's a decent chunk. So the size of warehouse space we have right now, pretty much a whole other footprint of that same size. Or
Where?
more.
it's
It's
over
on the opposite corner. It's in the opposite corner of the warehouse
it's where that dude used to have the machines at.
Okay.
In the corner, yeah.
with all the cool murals.
So
around
that's
it.
where you probably do all the metal working or stuff.
Yeah,
And the plastic and stuff on the other.
I want to move all the metalworking and noisy stuff away from our office area,
Nice.
and then we could really seal that off too, and make that like
Get some sound wall.
we could even think of that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it'd be pretty worth it to like invest in some soundproofing stuff for the rooms we have, like especially the music room. Like I was up there yesterday trying to make some music and I barely could fucking hear the music even though it was blasting through the speakers right next to me because of the metal shit that was going on.
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Yeah, getting a proper YouTube studio, like recording like a lot more
Voiceovers
videos and
and
how
stuff.
tos and just getting in a consistent like pattern
One set.
Can I be
of
honest about something in that music room?
Sure.
I think that if you want to like use it for more stuff, the first thing you want to get rid of is the drum set. It takes up a lot of fucking space. Like if you want to do anything other than just drums and shit like in there, that takes up like a good 25% of the room.
Well, it's a music practice room.
No, I know, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
like,
like if we could make something that would make it where we could like wheel it in
Fold
or
it
out
up.
and like store it somewhere.
Fold it up to the wall.
I don't know.
I don't know, just like something where we could.
Well, so there's two different bands that rent that room basically because it has a drum kit.
Yeah,
So
no, I get that.
it's not really.
Don't get rid of it. I'm just saying like make
Everybody
it
likes the
somewhere,
drummers.
make it somewhere where we can put it somewhere else while we're not using it.
Yeah, I know.
Kids are hard for that.
Yeah, I don't see that as very feasible.
I'm just saying that because you said a YouTube studio. The thing is that for a YouTube studio, you're gonna need some kind of space with some type
I
of
don't
backup.
think we would use that area.
I don't think that's the place for it. Yeah.
Where do we do it at then?
What about that CNC machine that's like takes up a majority of the space downstairs?
I mean, we could theoretically look at moving that out into the new warehouse space we're gonna get.
Is that considered metal work or like? I'm just saying that.
Could be.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it would have to be. We would have to build out a room for it that is like sealed.
It has to be
and we
sealed.
have like big plastic, like drop plastic that could build a little room around it like a greenhouse.
Yeah.
And that's totally doable. We could do that if we decided that's how we wanted to lay it out.
Yeah.
And then that whole room could be our studio. That could be
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
and the
thinking.
electronics working area could be like way more organized because it'll be like less cluttered because
Could have a background with all the wiring for Ethernet splitting out. That'd be
So-
cool.
I have something about like the end game of like this place in general. Is
Yeah.
like if I was you or whoever theoretically is running the hackerspace.
well, a bunch of people.
No, I know. I'm just saying that like in a theoretical space, if I was running the hackerspace, I would say that my objective would to be eventually have this whole building. Like just kind
Yeah.
of spread more and more until
Every time somebody
I mean-
leaves, we take
let me
it.
get that shit. Let me
That's kind of why I'm jumping on this opportunity right now.
Yeah.
So we're not making quite enough money to cover this extra space right now.
Yeah.
But because the unemployment I'm getting that I qualified for because we lost income.
Yeah.
is like more than covering. Like we'll if me paying that out of unemployment, I still have like a big chunk of change left over for my own personal self that I never had before, anyways.
But to clarify, it's funds out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
It's not from the members, it's not from any sort of projects. You're just paying out of pocket for this.
Yeah, for like at least a third of the rent for Hedron pretty much comes out of my pocket every month.
Yeah, that needs to change.
What about like a Patreon or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Just make a fucking hackerspace
And
only.
we can automate that with Nextcloud and stuff.
Yeah, and a Patreon would, I think, very much depend on our like whether or not we have a YouTube studio or like a studio where we can
Does it?
like consistently make content to show to the world.
You gotta lock the dirty right video off of YouTube.
Wait, what?
Yeah, take it off of YouTube, put it on OnlyFans for $50 a month.
What is this video?
The fucking him welding with plastic.
But you have like just a speedo on.
Hell yeah.
It doesn't have to just be YouTube videos though, like, you know, you have like the vinyl cut of you could like send out stickers every month. Or
Yeah.
For sure.
There's like
Yeah.
other stuff that the space could produce if you have people paying in.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
$50 kit, and you have like a box of every 2 weeks of random stuff.
I think also if we eventually want to do something like stickers or merch of some sort, I think actually investing in instead of a vinyl cutter being like a die cut machine is much better because I'll be honest, there is no market to sell like transfer tape stickers. Like it's gonna be much better if you can just send like actual like stickers like they
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, yeah, I really wish we had a way to print on the vinyl. You need
Yeah.
this special type of printer, and I've looked a little bit for them, but they're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we find one, that would be awesome. The space would happily pay for it if it's a reasonable deal.
Yeah, snipe them Craigslist deals.
Yeah, it's more like government auction and
Yeah.
eBay,
right.
like getting lucky on eBay.
Yeah, I mean, I think also fuck, I just lost my entire train of thought.
So we a few of us already kind of wrote down stuff. We could go around reading those.
Okay.
I could read mine real quick. The document is called Magical Visions for what HH is and what each person's ideal role is. I wrote, I imagine HH to be super creative flow of people coming through and working on rad projects for art, mutual aid, and silliness. I want to be building airships and other flying machines. I want my skills as a teacher, facilitator, and organizer to be used in a meaningful and efficient way that benefits those around me. I want to be doing I don't want to be doing everything needed to keep the company off the ground. And I hope HH becomes a ship of many sailors where any one of us could drop off and the rest of the ship would keep on sailing freely. I see the plastic recycling operations scaling up and bigger companies hiring us to make goods and selling lots of goodies online and around town in community-run vending machines that support the space. It would be awesome to have space for groups to work on bigger projects like the escape room or performance art pieces and wacky vehicles, etc. That's my little thing I wrote. Go-karts?
Yeah, make some go-karts.
Make some
Electric
go-karts.
go-karts.
Yeah.
I made a small sketch of like a long time ago for like electric scooter go-karts, but it was kind of I don't know.
Put a Prius.
It's a lot of fucking work. Like honestly, to make a car with like a steering wheel and shit is a lot.
Not really. That's the easy part.
Okay, so you got to think about how much time it actually took us to like design the hot tub scooter and how shit that steering was. Imagine if you wanted to make.
Great.
No, that was great steering, dude.
But like, if you want a fucking go kart, you don't want to put like 30 pounds of weight of yourself into turning it. Like, you might want to have power steering.
That's why we had that.
Go-karts are always manual, dude.
That's why we had.
Yeah, but they're also much lighter because they're not electric. we have to add you gotta think about all the fucking weight that like the batteries in the scooter add to it, so you're gonna be really fucking hard to
See
turn.
how much an engine is on those things? Like,
Power steering.
power washers. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. It's something I've always wanted to play with.
Ray, you
My
want
brother.
to read your vision?
Oh, sure. Did you get it out of the Discord?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, I like their vision.
Airships and the rest. Personal vision. Hedron is a nexus for art and resources, physical and communal. Hedron should seek to interface with the community first and accelerate individual second. Tiers being mutual aid, communal help, communal art, individual art. Personal role. Make some money, like a little bit out of the week. And work for not money also out of the week and volunteer and help teach and connect the community all together. And then I would personally like to learn more stuff.
He wrote Fusion, CAD, CNC, composites, and further engineering, which is cool. I think those are cool things.
I think also maybe a good idea would be like just in terms of like touching on where you said like you have to take a lot of money out of your pocket to pay for this place. I think looking into grants might be a good idea because
sure.
like
Yeah.
So my robotics team at school, for instance, we get like $10,000 a year from random ass companies just for like doing stuff. Like it's not even like sponsor. We'll be a sponsor. You got to put our logo on everything you do. It's like just if you end up doing this goal, we'll give you all this money. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, like Trash Hackers Collective has a grant they're
Yeah.
shooting on, and
Yeah, we have 2 grants.
$2,000.
So
Yeah, and I just don't really have that experience, but Midori is now part of Hedron, and that's like she's super skilled at that. So
So yeah, I got us a grant for staff block through the OHA grant, and then also for Trash Hackers 2 grants.
Nice.
So hopefully, yeah, it'd be great. I mean, once we have like our mission, like or just like have things dialed in, then I could start cranking on that.
yeah, so the money, like we should figure out some like cool sustainable projects for it.
You're kind of wrapped around
Roast
power supply.
And but yeah, like currently we're supported by funding, and we might get supported by grants, and so like we are at this fortunate spot where we get to like have vision and work towards it, and kind of we can create a grand vision and work towards it, and it could get really big.
And then it can also really vary because of the members, like different people's skill sets. For example, I help draft a grant specifically geared towards Darcy, or depending on like if it's like a certain area like metals, or just like engineering, like certain technology or something like that, then we can definitely, we can always change, adjust. We do it. Yeah, the robotics, that I think is really great because I forgot, there was a really great team that I met up with. And they're just like, they extend so.
That watershed, or
No, it's not Watershed, it's out. Gosh, past Johnson Creek. They took over a part of school, and it was like at the school, and they just had their own like, little shed, but then they like got their own room, and then like expanded from there with like a lot of private support, but then a lot of grants too.
Make a killer robot.
Literally.
Have killer robot Olympics where they're killing each other.
Yeah, whatever is the dream. I mean, if anybody's interested, like for example, your music, we could like look into grants, or
Certainly related stuff.
yeah, and another core thing of Hedron is education and like doing workshops and classes, and we kind of just stopped them as soon as the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
Before then, we were doing a workshop every week. Most of them paid. One of them a month was usually free, but that was like providing a third of the rent at that time.
Yeah, we got good. I mean, it's still the thing. So like, you stop with when the pandemic hit, but like, you got to think about the fact that it's not the worst idea to do it right now. I mean,
We can
like,
still totally do it.
people-
Yeah.
Dude, it's a terrible idea to do it last.
Well, no, we could do it all online.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can do everything online. Plus, we did a workshop here that was just like 3 people in this place, and then like like people on like YouTube and shit. And also like, I think people are so fucking bored right now that it's a great time to like hit like get a ton of momentum doing an online classes and shit because people are willing to pay for shit to make them not bored.
Yeah, it's like the gaming industry. Boom.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, PC and shit, it's just like, yeah, I
It's
mean,
like PC parts. You can't find them because everybody wants to build a rig. You know?
yeah. And I think it's a great time to like, for instance, I would like to teach at Ableton or like just like a general like rap music beat making type class. That's
Yeah,
the
I
point.
think it'd be awesome to do.
Maybe server and
Yeah, like teaching people how to do shit right now is like a really good way to make some profit for this place. I mean,
set up our own Skillshare side.
that actually isn't the worst idea. Their affiliate links pay like a shitload of money for not a lot.
No, I mean have our own content. Out.
Oh, our own
Make
content? Yeah, that's true.
Because I mean that's what we could use that YouTube room for.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but it's also a good idea to maybe try to do classes that aren't like a live stream or some shit, because like some people aren't really like comfortable like putting their face online and being like, "This is me. I'm gonna teach you all this shit." Blah blah blah. Right?
Yeah, more
Like-
like one or like an
One-on-ones.
instructor and then specific
Right.
students.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I don't really want to like do YouTube stuff like personally. I just don't like have my face on camera. I just kind of I just do my shit behind the screen. and
That's
stay there.
fair. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think also maybe adding more shit to our website would be nice. I mean,
Yeah, Midori's working on our new website.
okay, sick. All right. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe first of all, like a hyperlink to the cloud thing would be great instead of having to type in an extra thing, unless you want to keep it as like.
Well, it's a private thing.
Okay.
It's like it's a members only thing.
Well, if you still have a login page, it's just as private.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
you have a
I think we
password
should
lock.
have a link for a link to that and third actal
I think we shouldn't.
services on the website.
I think we shouldn't do that until we get proper protection. Like we don't have any DDoS protection or anything.
Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna do
We're
that,
pretty
that's like-
vulnerable, honestly.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think we should publicize any of that until we figure that out
I
yet.
mean, we don't have anybody though. Who the fuck's gonna DDoS our site?
You'd be surprised.
Not
I never
even
got
DDoS.
DDoS at my house.
Well-
But that's another story.
Well, but not even just DDoS. So like other attacks. I don't even
Yeah.
know if we have brute force
Yeah,
Protection.
there's brute force protection on this.
on both of those. There's okay, that's it. That would basically that would effectively be a DDoS if someone brute forcing it.
Yeah, considering how many times it hashed it, like.
But yeah, okay. Well, then maybe we should put this on.
Yeah, does anybody else have any visions to know?
Midori, you can read your vision.
Yeah, sorry, I was scrambling, so it's really not all put together. I guess yeah, general overall, just to support creative, professional growth. I'm, yeah, very open to it. Love just like open ideas. Emerging and established members in our community and beyond that, the local and global R&D, like research and development, specializing in cross-cultural. I guess my background is in cross-cultural and cross-disciplinary stuff. Through agency, the creative agency stuff, but always into art making, public outreach, teaching, communications, and personal community support. Definitely want to maintain the social conscious And I want to dial in like media funding grant, connecting with vendors for jobs and partnerships.
I had a thought while we were talking about, so I just think like maybe being open to more age groups would be nice. Like, I mean, I think the most energetic, creative, and like just generally active people are more in my age group, honestly. Like right now, like there's a ton of them that would just love to like just do stuff in general, and I feel like if we advertised ourselves more to that age group, not just grown-ups, but maybe also teenagers, would be great.
That would be awesome. That would be really awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
you're the Zoomer. You're the
Yeah.
multimedia or social media campaign.
yeah, I mean, it's a little weird being the only person that's not like a full-grown adult here, and I feel like there might be some type of
Who said we're adults?
Yeah, we're all pretty young at heart over here.
Dylan, it's an honor for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
but I think like so I understand the reason we don't really advertise to people that are under 16 is because of the safety issues, and like I definitely understand that. I feel like there should be some type of good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want you to finish.
Okay, I was thinking that like if there's an alternate membership or something that can be for people under 16, then we can just have it be like, if you want to do this stuff, like if you want to use the CNC router, if you want to use power tools and all that shit, you have to do training. You can't.
Yeah.
Like,
Because like we don't have any of those safety ones where like when you get your hand close, it shuts off or anything like that, right?
No.
It's all full manual.
yeah, so
yeah, I mean that is basically where it's at, but it's just not a lot of that is kind of written out. It's just kind of how.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where, I don't know, I did speak with, so I'm part of Right Brand Initiative and also Young Audiences. So I'm a teaching artist K through 8th grade.
Yeah.
And they're very open and interested in, at least with trash hackers, hosting sort of workshops to their teachers and then also to, because currently you can't go into classes. So they are very open to like having that sort of exchange online or, at the moment. Eventually, like if there can be a one-on-one, like if some, like you'd be interested in like, it was a great opportunity. I mean, that would
Yeah.
make sense.
Parents.
Yeah. But I wonder, yeah, how would you want to go about it? I mean, it's just a jumping off point. It's like, how to kind of bring those groups in. I only know through the public school and it's we do not expect to help that and but like as far as like when you're responsible.
yeah. I don't really know actually. That's kind of something I don't really think about that often.
Would you be interested in hosting an Ableton class specifically for people under 20 or something?
1,000%. Yeah, I mean, so
That's great.
and also, first of all, before we start like letting people teach classes and shit, we gotta establish like a percentage of like money that comes through to be either to the person that's teaching the class or to teacher on. Like, personally, I'd be cool splitting 50-50 because that's just how I am. But like, some people might be like, I don't really want to give that much money, 20%.
Yeah,
Like H.O where it's a slider.
I mean, it's been case by case depending on the class, but it's pretty much always been 50% of the profit. So like if there are any fees to run the class,
Right.
that gets paid first, and then 50% of the profit gets paid to the instructor.
Okay.
That's how we've been doing it.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the most fair. I mean, if you're using our space, you're using our equipment, you're using all that type of shit.
And your marketing, like your group of people.
Right. Yeah.
And then I guess the question also comes to like, maybe looking into the insurance and like on liability for like people under or I don't.
We're so insurance wise, we are considered an after school program already.
Oh,
So
awesome.
kids are already in there. It's all written-
Yeah.
it's all written right in there. We're
They
we,
have to sign a liability thing that
And we have that, yeah. Yeah, and there's a specific one for anyone on 18 and under, or under 18.
Yeah.
And it would be good to have a lawyer look at it, because I like copied one from someone else, and I don't know how good theirs was. It looked fairly official looking. It'd be good to like have those checked out, but ultimately I think we're relatively safe on all that.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
like I told our insurance guy that we were gonna be having kids welding and running power tools here, and he said, and that's the insurance we're paying for.
He was just like, alright.
What's that?
He was just like, okay.
Well, so we basically got the same policy that Hedron LLC had, and they were running a huge program for 7th graders through Portland Public Schools.
Yeah, we need to talk to these kids, because, like, honestly,
I don't think they'll touch us anymore.
Really, what happened?
A bunch of like dumb stuff occurred between Hedron and PPS.
How long ago do you think they'd be?
Like last couple of years.
Okay. Because I was thinking, like, if it was long enough ago, we were re-established.
Yeah.
Now,
No, this guy who was like associated tried to use us as we were going to be passing off all that whole welding 7th grade welding program onto this guy, and he like was going through negotiations with them, and he like was incredibly unprofessional, and then yeah, I doubt they want to touch this. They got like they spent most of a year working with this guy to set this program up, and then at the end of it they canceled. They said no, we're not going to do this, which meant they had spent like considerable resources and stuff, like just having worked with this guy, and they still canceled. That's like a really bad sign.
I mean, if you want me to talk, so like, this kind of actually a living situation at the school I go to. The main administrator of PBS is a teacher there. So if you like want me to talk to somebody there and be like, you know, what is the process you have to go through to like kind of, you know, get PBS to
It moves
support?
weird. Yeah, because like it's a different feature. So.
I mean, yeah, it's like if we're making an entirely different thing and we make it clear to them that it's not the same thing, I'm sure they'll be willing to consider, because people do that all the fucking time. There's always problems with certain
Yeah.
places. And if they
We
re-register
cleaned
as
it up, that kind of thing.
right, exactly. If we prove to them that like this shit is different and that we don't
Yeah, it's possible. If we have a specific intention, like there's a specific thing we're trying to do with PPS, then it's probably worth looking into that. But otherwise, just like generally, I wouldn't bother PPS.
yeah, I don't know, I kind of hate them as well. They're
Um,
not really
What about my idea of having like
Midori's gotta go.
boxes once a month or something that we ship out?
Yeah, that is so I have a Patreon, and I only have 3 supporters, and I'm supposed to be sending them a monthly thing, and just that has been like really hard for me to keep up with. So we would just have to make sure people like volunteers here are really keen on making sure that gets done. Yeah, it's totally doable. It could be really awesome. Like it could really have a
we
wide
could branch out.
following. I'm super into that.
Because I mean, if we charge $50 a box or something, I mean, all of a sudden there's 100 people doing it. I think that we should definitely hire some people or something.
Then,
Help
yeah.
out with that.
Right, at that point you are like if it is like becoming a real source of income, then yeah.
But another problem is coming up with ideas on what it should be.
Yeah, and then you kind of gotta weigh whether you want to be like working for these people, or do you want to be working on any projects? Like, do we have enough? Like, do we want to be working? Like, do we want that to be our job? Because eventually, like, it with enough volume, that becomes someone's job.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Well, we could hire somebody as a
Yeah, I was about to
full-time
say,
job.
yeah.
if you're making money off it, you gotta pay the person that's
Yeah,
there.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Right. If it's
Also, I think most of these problems that we're running into can be solved by more manpower or just people
Yeah.
power in general. Like, I mean,
That and people.
yeah, we need people that are really fucking like willing to like take a lot of time out of their day to
Yeah.
like work
And
with us.
you can't just like You if you have a bunch of money, you can pay for that. But
No, I know. I'm
if
saying
you
that
volunteer
we,
based. I know. I'm just saying it's like we can't overstep that. We can't. We shouldn't overstep that until it like looks like people are actually coming in and feeding those people.
But like that job section, that how many people are on the Discord?
Like active on the Discard, probably about 10 at any given
Only
time.
10.
But yeah, there's like I don't know,
But
like
like
40
people
people
have
though.
popped in since 2020.
not a lot.
Since 2020 ended.
Yeah. Like how many
it's all-
active accounts have been on there?
1, 2, 3, maybe.
Well, it's just all people we know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
like
just the
three people in the last couple days. Oh yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
We can just auto if we want.
Maybe the last thing I'll say is that you were saying that we can't overstep the boundaries of volunteering. I
Well,
think
yeah.
that problem. The thing that I was trying to say is that like if you get enough people, then it doesn't have to overstep. You can just spread it spread that like workload in between a ton of people instead of like centering it on one person and having to pay them a ton of money. You could just like make it be like every time you make a box and send it out, you get like $5, $10, something
Yeah.
like that.
Well then, but you do have to.
You have
So
to have some
teaching
PC
people how to
control,
do
too.
stuff and making sure things are consistent takes a lot of energy too. So
Yeah.
like one person can often like do something faster than it would take to like
Yeah.
explain it to two people who only did it once. So
Right.
it's like, yeah. Okay. Meeting adjourned. Wait. How do we? Alright, let's ring the bell.
Well.
Where is it? Stop.